occasionally. So.
I like meeting all the newer peeps as well.
Apparently, you just have to create your own event, and then you can become a community captain. No, I'm kidding. Mark Ramsey got added today because he couldn't make an announcement for the, and it's pretty early.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
So.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Tucker.
Hello.
What up, Precise?
Do you get your friend? Because I don't think they added me. Will?
I didn't get a reaction of him.
Okay.
I think I did.
If he thinks you can add him in, and we'll go.
I know now gonna look at my Discord.
Sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna give it just a second, and then we can get going.
All right.
Nat, how's the team going?
Oh, mine. It's a little quiet. They don't really practice that much. They pretty much just got to flat by like just winging it. They don't even have like rollouts, and they ring launch the whole time. But they're like really awesome people, and they're really good
Hyena
players.
and Moosh in them? Yeah, you're right.
No, that's my new team is Celestial.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you left the Vibe.
No, I was never on the Vibe.
Why did I think you were on the Vibe?
I was. Okay. They were trying to get me in, but like literally the day that they asked me to join, I got accepted to Celestial Devours, which is a plat team, which is.
Wow.
Nagini, two of her sons play on that team.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, I think we'll get going. If I think Tucker will be here in just a second. Did we get Precise in?
So, Natasha.
Okay.
I was on the chat cheering your team on the other night.
Oh my gosh, that game hurt my heart though.
It was a good one though.
It wasn't? I feel like we played horribly.
Trees hit that nice half court.
That's true.
Right at the end.
And I had that one from Clock. No, I felt like we should have won that because they had 2 forfeits in a row in their favor, and we just struggled. But we also didn't have Martini, and usually Martini is stacking with one of our other strikers. So I don't know how long it's been since BG and Trees stacked. So
I was rooting for you though.
Thank you. I heard everybody was cheering for us. That's what Scrim said. So I think we've got everybody but Fresh, and I sent Fresh an invite. I'm wondering if he's just not gonna be late. So we'll just keep going. We got 4 you. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if everybody could tell me the positions or position they plan to main, that would be helpful, and then we can kind of figure out we can talk about rollouts from there. How many of you guys want to be a striker?
That's kind of what I usually play.
Okay. Yeah.
I generally randomize my position. I mean,
okay.
Depends on the situation or who I play. Different teams. Maybe sometimes I do some screens and I know the players, so I.
Yeah. So we'll do virtual. We'll have you guys be the strikers for today. Does anybody do goalie? Does anybody want to do goalie today? Precise does goalie, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
And then, Tucker, have you ever played midfielder?
I think not.
Okay.
QB, is that? That's QB, yeah?
QB can be either midfield or it usually goes to goalie because it's easier for the goalie to stay back.
Yeah.
But midfielder is the one that goes with the QB. They're the defensive stack. And then usually the 2 strikers are the offensive stack.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So the rollouts we're going to talk about, I'm going to start with offensive because that's a little bit easier. Offensive means you just have the ball. I had a hard time remembering that when I was a kid. But yeah, offensive means your team has the ball and you're trying to go down to the other team's area. My family watched a lot of football growing up. Can I borrow that disc?
Here it comes.
Thank you. So usually the disc is going to be up here. And the first play that most people learn is what's called a split. Have you guys all heard of a split? Precise probably knows the split. Split is just going to be one of your strikers is over there, one of your strikers is over there in tunnel. And then your goalie or QB, whoever's QBing, is right here, ready to throw it to them.
Right.
it gives you options because the other team doesn't necessarily know where you're going. And like usually, so Nat, did you see, can you tell that Nat's anchored? He's grabbed onto something.
Yep.
The first thing you want to learn, if you're splitting and if you're playing striker, is when you're going over here, you figure out a point to anchor to. That way, and I'll show them this, if I fuck up the pass as QB, you have more options. If you're just floating, you can't reposition yourself. But like, let's say I throw it really low, Nat can try to get out there and still get it and recover it. Okay. Or even if I throw it kind of low, and this goes for relays too. If you're the one in tunnel, if you can get yourself anchored, you have more options to pop off. And so part of that is when you're coming out of tunnel, you're going to be holding onto the QB's shoulder. As soon as they pull off, you pull to the side and head that way. And it's a hard mechanic to master. Like, it's going to take a few times. Don't feel like you're feeling bad. Like, I told my team I wanted to try out striker. And the first match, I was just fucking up constantly. I was really struggling to anchor on that wall because it's very fast. You go very fast. So just practice trying to get anchored. And the other thing to remember is when you're launching, I'm going to go launch off the ring to kind of show how this goes. When you're launching, you don't want to keep your face this way. You want to turn about halfway through and then be ready to grab that wall or wherever. Or grab and then turn. But you want your face to be back to the QB so that you have eyesight on where that disc is going.
All right. I have a question.
Go for it.
So if I'm going right tunnel and somebody's going left tunnel,
yeah,
then we should both be holding on to the QB on the launch, correct? And then, because my problem is I didn't do that, and actually I was launching somebody, and then I tried to go to right tunnel, and I actually pulled the QB off to the right with me.
So usually the stack goes, I'm going to pretend like I'm in my normal position, which is mid. I'm going to be mid, then Naticus would be on me as QB, and then your strikers are going to be on Naticus's shoulders. So one's going to be left, one's going to be right.
Okay, so we're not stacked. We're one on right shoulder, one on left shoulder.
Yes, unless you're doing a relay, and then you would be stacked. So let's say you're going to do a right relay. You'd have one holding on to Naticus and one holding on to him.
Yeah, and you're both going to the right or both going to the left.
Yeah, and then the one in front is your short. The one in, we'll go over that in a second. The other thing to know is, so let's say the goalie passes, or the goalie or QB or whoever passes to right. So I throw it to Naticus. If I was, let's pretend like I'm the striker over here. Naticus has it. I'm going to either stay here for a pass. Please pass this to him. Somebody grab that disc and just throw it. You don't want to get too formulaic, but you want to think about it. So, like, let's say they covered him. Then he has the option pass. If they didn't cover him, I would start moving up, and I'd start looking for our midfielder and try to figure out where the midfielder is. But I'd try to make sure I have eye contact. I know eye contact's not a real thing in virtual reality, but make sure he can see me and I can see him, because the moment I'm out of sight from him, I'm not a pass option anymore. And the whole thing is, the easiest way to get the other team off you is to remain a pass option. So usually how this play works is, let's say Naticus, let's pretend you're covered. So Naticus is covered, he passes to me, he moves up, and then I might pass back to him, or if we, let's say, like for me as a mid, I tend to go to the end of trench. I might pass down to the mid, and then we're just gonna work the disc into goal. That's how the whole play works, is you keep spreading out, and usually you stick kind of to your zones. I mean, once you're down close to pass bow tie on the other side, you can get out of your zones. Like if I'm here, but I see that like, we're totally covered, I might move over. I'm a midfielder, so usually I'm in the middle. I might move over here. I might move down here. I might be like, just reset, guys, reset. Because usually your goalie is going to be somewhere back here. But as you move up the field, you kind of stay in your lanes for the most part. And I will tell you, you guys saw it, those of you who watched us play, you probably saw I love to sit here. And the reason why I love to sit here is because at least in silver, it freaks the goalie out because they have to watch me. So, like 5 times out of 10, I'm not going to be the one who scores. I'm just a distraction because like my strikers can come in and score. So you just kind of figure out the rhythm of your team. But there are people who like, this is their shot. Like I know Sosai, at least last season, sound system. So if you know like Raijin and Knight 23, they have a guy on their team named Dark VRP. He loves to sit here. And he will score.
Yeah, I had that. Had that last week.
Yeah. So that gives you kind of an idea of what a split looks like. If we want, we can run it through tunnel real quick. We just have to have everybody in their position stacked correctly. And what we can do is we can do a 2v4 where Nat and I pretend like we're offense and you guys run defense. But let's go over this. Let's go over the lineup real quick so that you know exactly how you're stacking in the tunnel.
Which side do you want them to go to? We'll have to switch to over.
Will you, Precise and who else was blue? Will you, Precise and Virtual, will you switch to orange? And we can go, then Nat, you can come to blue.
Okay, why don't you have the, never mind, cool. So do you want
it's
to switch to blue?
2-2, so, it's 2-2, so
also
one of us would have to
Underscore
switch
precise
from
one switch from blue to orange.
Okay, we
Virtual
gotta go
on
back to
switch
the other
from
side.
blue to orange.
Tucker and AJ. We gotta go back to the other side to do the tunnel real quick.
Okay.
Here, I'll read that with you. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's practice out here just so we can see everybody. So Precise is gonna be your first person. Or no, Precise is gonna be your second person. Who did I say would be mid? Tucker, did I say you'd be mid?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you're gonna just pretend like this is the ring. So come sit here for me. And in
So
EU,
he's going to be
they don't.
launching first.
Yeah, and then you guys just have to decide who's gonna go left and who's gonna go right.
And then Tucker
AJ.
would maybe go trench.
Yeah, Tucker could go end of trench. Sometimes I go nest. Like it depends on where I see the opposing team. If they're sitting at star, I usually go end of trench and then I sneak up and stun them. But yeah, so then you just decide kind of where you're at. Yeah.
Go to left.
Yeah. So
Do
you
like to-
yeah.
Yeah, I would go
Yes.
right and you would go left.
Do you prefer?
Yeah.
I don't. So if you prefer one, we'll.
No. Listen.
All right.
This is good. This is a good place to start. So you just start there, and then Tucker will be the first one to pull. Then Precise will pull through him, and then you two will pull off.
All right.
So that's kind of how the rollout works. And in EU, I don't know. I know Tucker's EU. I don't know. Virtual, are you EU or NA?
MAU, Holland.
EU. Okay, you guys are probably not going to launch at the ring in EU. They are more likely to launch at the back notch and do what they call a PE launch. So could you show them where the PE launched? Yeah, because I'm blue, so I can't. He's going to show you real quick the two different
ping
places
might be
you can launch.
the ping might be an issue though, trying to figure out the PE launches.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, let's
right
launch
here.
off ring, but I'm just showing you where that position is. Yeah.
It's this one right here. This upward notch right here is where you do. There's the launch point. Or sometimes, like I do it from the side. Sometimes that's more of a straighter pull for me. But there's various people. But this ring.
Yeah.
Right here.
When you're starting it, you just decide where works best for you.
Yep.
But like most of EU does a PE launch. The problem with PE launch, you won't see it much in bronze or silver in NA until you get to the top of silver. In terms of like league play, VRML. But like in bronze and silver, you mostly see people launching off the ring because the margin for error is bigger with PE launch. If your first person pulls into the floor, it's over.
Yep.
And
I can
it's
do
stressful.
that.
Yeah, it can be stressful. So until you're at a higher area of play where they're coming really fast, you can use the ring. Except in EU, you've got to talk to your own friends and see what they do. But yeah, in NA you can do the ring launch until you get to like high silver. So cool. I think Naticus is probably.
We'll
did you
switch
switch?
over. I set the rules so that they'll have the disc on the first launch.
Will you? Okay, cool. Is our comms on?
Comms on, and I said it's 5 minutes. Is that fine?
Perfect. That's excellent. Thank you, Nat.
Can I go to the toilet?
Yep.
Really quick?
Yeah.
Quick?
Yeah, he's gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Okay, questions?
You guys hit the ready
We
up
call
when
it
you're ready
toilets.
then.
Yeah.
Naticus and
Virtual,
switched
where are
from
you
orange
at?
to blue.
Where in the world?
I'm Italian, but I live in Spain.
Oh, cool.
I'm Italian.
Buenos dias. Even though my
Muchas
accent will be
gracias.
completely wrong for Spain.
Buenos días. Ya es un poquito tarde, ¿no?
I couldn't hear you very
Para
well.
decir-
Poquito what?
No, it's a little bit late for say.
Oh, true. It's only
buenos
3
días.
where I am, so it's the afternoon.
Oh,
Buenos
Okay,
noches.
we are a quarter past 11
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
in.
say, you must be 11 p.m.,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, yeah.
Right.
When Tucker's back, you guys can ready
American?
up.
I'm North America, I'm East
How's your
Coast,
new
so
team going, Precise?
it's 5 p.m.
Good.
for me.
We got to
in the
10-80
afternoon.
and then we lost our last
Cool.
two games.
That's hard. That's where my team's hanging, so that's really good. That's really good for a first season.
Yeah, we were like 20 off of you guys. I saw it and I'm like, oh no, what if we match with them? And then
Oh, it would
that
have
like
been amazing.
maintenance thing dropped
It's
us.
fun,
And then
it's
they
fun,
put us
actually.
back.
Yeah. It's
I'm
actually.
like, oh
I
god,
mean,
it's easy to schedule.
that last match was fun with Baru, but one of his teammates was kind of a dick. But it was like a 14-year-old boy, so
They had a new person, like I think they joined like that day.
it wasn't Fuse, it was Gabe. He was like, he came in and just started punching on me, and then when he punched me in game, he gave me the L sign, and then he was making a joke about pedophilia, and I was just like, buddy, no, stop it.
Cancel.
So that's the one problem with league play in NA, at least. You do get a lot of toxic little
The
kids.
13-year-olds.
Hey.
Yep. So once you're back, you guys can ready it up on that side, and we're good to go. You guys have the disc. You can launch out of Tube 1 for the first launch. There's no
Yep.
neutral jest.
Yeah, it'll be right here. It'll be up high. So just launch
Okay,
out of one.
good.
Okay. Cool. I was like going
All
back
right,
to our
let's,
tube.
you guys ready up?
Yeah.
Tucker, you good?
Yeah, it take a bit longer. My left hand is got bandaged.
Oh,
Little,
ouchie.
little accident yesterday.
All right, so
Well,
Tucker.
you gave me
Yeah.
enough time to practice a little bit of my Spanish.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
All right, so Tucker, you're going to be on the ring. Precise
Yeah.
is going to be behind you, and then we'll go left
Yeah.
and right.
Okay. I stop in Nesta.
You can keep going to.
You could go to. You could go
It's
to
up to you.
Trent.
Whatever we want to end up doing.
All right, Tucker, you got to go. No, up front
here.
on ring.
No, go in the ring.
Run on.
Yep.
You have to pull early.
I suck at hard. Okay. Okay.
You guys got to score on orange though, so they get the disc back.
Yeah, me and Nat will dribble this back,
Yeah.
and we'll start over. We'll just try it again a few times.
First of all, go.
All right, a little
Oh,
bit.
that's gonna ding.
I am recording.
Score 3 meters.
Thank you. That's the sign of a good teammate.
All right, so Tucker, when you're pulling off ring, the earlier the better, because it takes a while for it to get up to speed. So if you pull early, I'll pull early, and then everyone will have
Is
a lot
the
more
ring
time.
start just pull?
Yeah, like just like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. So one thing I want to see is more anchoring in tunnel. Just try to anchor that in tunnel, and then let's bring it back
Tucker?
to orange and score on orange. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's okay.
controle.
We're gonna go score it on orange, though.
All right.
That-
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want me to just pressure one-on-one, and then you can like examine what's
Yeah,
going on
that's a good
somewhere
idea.
closer?
That's a good idea. How about I just
closer.
send you? Yeah,
Yeah.
2 6
good
meters.
idea. Or I could even go over there.
All right, let's
All right, that was good, Tucker. Like,
let's do this.
Natasha
Okay,
Roar
Nat's
switched
gonna
from
pressure.
blue
I'm
to
gonna
orange.
watch from this side just to see what we're doing. Good. Yeah, good. Virtual, it went past, but that was the right movement. That was the right movement, though. You got it.
Send it.
AJ, send you. Come over here. Come over here, man.
I hit a
Behind you.
It's in!
78.5 meters.
Oh, nice bounce.
Shot. I don't know if that's a loop shot, but it was the one that bounces off the ceiling.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So Tucker, try to pull a little bit more to the side, so you're going through. Or no, wait, Tucker's not. Tucker's not. Whoever's doing right. Got it?
Dribble back, stack up, stack up.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Go.
Should we see if I can do this twice in a row? I bet I can't. I bet I can't. Yeah, that's too far up.
Oh, missed it.
Got it.
0 meters.
So AJ, as soon as you pull past that door, just kind of throw yourself off as far as you can to the
All right.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
You got this. It's a little disorienting.
It's headed back downfield.
All right, Tucker, I think you're going slightly a little high.
Yeah.
Just let you know. So,
how must I? Where must I go?
all right, so
I angle to the right so that all the people can go.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
wanna second?
So as you're
Yeah,
coming
go
out
for
the
it.
tube and you get that second boost, what you're trying
Yeah.
to do is so like we're going this way, you're aiming this. You're going down already, and you're trying to go through this,
17 meters.
and then you try to aim for like one of these corners at the end of trench.
Oh, I must go to French.
Yeah, you can go to French.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here, AJ, I'm gonna hold on to your back and just kind of see what movement I see, just to help you.
Softball for you.
Is it the shoulder? Is it your sorry? Is it your left shoulder that's not the arthritis?
No,
Is that
it's
why you're
my
using
right-
your right arm?
It's my right shoulder.
Okay. You may want to
okay,
grab with
Tucker.
your left hand.
Too low,
and
Tucker.
push off.
All right. That was good,
You
though.
want to
Yeah.
push off like you're pushing to
That
the
was good,
side.
though. Excellent-
Can you see how my
excellent
arm's
work, though.
moving? Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of like
That's
that.
better, huh?
That'll
Yeah,
help
better.
get more
You,
to
but
the
you
side.
overcompensated. You went too low. So yeah. But so
Okay.
you want to aim for like this point
Oh,
right here.
in the
Come-
middle.
In the middle. Come between these two as you're going this to that way.
Yeah. In the middle, yeah. You can switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
This round is over.
And you can just practice that. It just takes time to figure out the movement to get you where
Yeah,
you
no.
need to be. In time.
As long as I know what I must do.
Yeah.
I'm standing there in the tunnel. Well, what should I do? I duck. Then other people can float around.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Go.
I'm gonna request a restart, and we'll start over. Perfect. Okay, we can go back in. Oh,
I have to
actually-
wait. I have to stop in the tunnel or not?
What?
No.
Yeah, like it's wherever you're at. I'll try to hit you. Most people stop like beginning of tunnel because QBs throw quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can come out and kind of look at where people stop.
We were
Kinda
told,
talk about
somebody told me that you should stop by the pink ring because if you miss it, then it'll hit there and go to,
Here.
So part of it depends
It'll
on
go
your
to
goalie
trench.
and where they like to throw. Because like my goal, when I'm a goalie or when I'm QBing or you're QB, whoever's QBing, I QB'd for my team season 1. I like to throw to the pink ring because it's bright and it was easy for me to see. My one of my goalies right now, Shake, she likes for them to land kind of on the wall here, and that kind of gives them they can pop out and grab it. Some people land here, right at the beginning. So it kind of is a communication. Like that's the thing to realize with any rollout, you're going to customize it for your team. So whoever you
Yeah.
play with regularly, you'll customize it for them. And
so
sorry, go ahead. What was the question?
precise. So where do you throw?
I throw kind of all over. Sometimes it's top through tunnel. You know, it's like I was with my first team. We had everyone stop here, and then I would hit the line, just give them if I miss anywhere along here, and it would go straight through. But then with the team I'm on now, they don't exactly stop, so I kind of just try to hit them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can I take a quick side note here? Just to
Yeah,
all right, so
absolutely.
everybody line up right here on the shelf right here. So if you look right here, it's a barrel. It's not a straight thing. So right here, so depending on where you hit as the goalie when you throw it, depends on where it'll go. So if you hit it here, it goes flat and it goes long. If you hit it here, then it goes like kind of to bow tie. If you hit it in the blue part, then it goes into the cloud right here. And then if you go high, if you get hit on this side of it, then it'll go low. If you hit this side of it, then it goes high.
Okay.
And the thing
That
to
was
remember
just a side
is, don't give your QB too much shit if they're not landing the passes.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've had people be like, "How are you not doing this?" It's different than passing in a game because when you're QBing, and anybody who's QB'd regularly can empathize with this. Sorry. You have at least two people coming through your face, coming at you, and then you have to decide, where am I going to throw this? So that pass is a 50-50 split. It is not all the QB's job to get it to you. Half of it is you getting in the right position to catch it. So just something to remember, because like I've noticed people be like really, even in Pyro Pugs, not as much now, but like probably 6 months ago, if you scuffed it more than once, people were like, let me QB, let me QB. Scuffing isn't always the QB's fault, and it's a lot of pressure. So just remember that.
Quest
and
throws
try
are
to,
only about 80% accurate.
yes. The second this goes behind your head, the sensors go, I don't know where your arm is. I'm going to throw it wherever I want. So the next rollout we'll do is just a relay. And what a relay, it's almost the exact same kind of stack up, except you've got to decide. So let's have you stack on virtual, and we'll do a left relay. We'll just practice left today. Because so virtual, you'll stop where you were. You'll stop right here. And you guys can switch if you want to try that. Like as you're doing it, you can decide. But virtual, still stop in tunnel. And then AJ, you're going to pull off kind of as he gets to tunnel before he hits anything that stops him. You want to pull off and try to end up kind of, you can either go to the nose, and see, I completely missed the nose. This is called nose. You either go to nose, or you can go here to pack. Yeah. My guys usually actually hang out here rather than going on top or anything. But if it's easier to go up here, you can go up here. My guys just hang out. Sorry. My guys hang out here because it's harder to see them. And so whoever's at goal doesn't necessarily know where they are and what they're doing. But you can go where it's comfortable. So let's just set that up again, Nat, for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I can do that button already.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, let's head back and we'll ready up and we'll try it again.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Good pulls.
Point.
It's okay, it'll pull you back in. Precise, do you guys have a short play? Is it worth me showing you guys a short offensive play?
Right, so virtual.
I try to show them, but we
Virtual,
don't end
I'll
up
be
doing
on
them.
you.
So
Okay. Do you want me to show you the one my team does?
sure.
Would that be helpful?
Oh, yeah.
You? All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay, out of one. Everybody out of one. It'll be up at the top.
Tucker, where's Tucker?
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
late.
It's okay. It's okay. Just
going,
launch when you
hold.
get it together.
Alright.
Just stack it up.
Everyone on? Oh,
Yep.
It's headed back down.
in.
Oh, we got score on orange.
Yeah, will you throw it towards orange? Yep, there you go.
Intercepted. Clears it out. Not in my house.
That worked
Interception.
okay. I just missed nose is all.
Yep, that's okay. That's why we're practicing it
7,
here.
8
So that you guys can just get a feel for it. If you miss the disc, you miss the disc. It's okay.
Yeah.
Tucker, would you like me to, or not Tucker, virtual, would you like me to wait a little bit longer so you can turn around? I'll stop on nest if you want and like duck.
Yeah, go for that. That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, on?
Yeah. Yep,
Good.
yep,
Y'all
you're good. Go.
hold on.
Go
Yeah.
for it. Yep, everybody's there.
We're too late. Sorry.
You're okay.
Orange sends it back the other way.
Oh, nice. Good shit.
All right.
Good
Throws
shit.
it way down. Oh, I missed it.
Good pass.
Just run it back.
Where's Tucker?
Hello? Are you still there? Oh,
Come bar.
Hey, Tucker.
I pulled mid.
Oh, miss. Miss you.
Stall 5 meters.
I think after this we'll cover a short play, like if they're coming too fast. And then we'll just do a quick defense.
Yeah.
Basic.
All right, we're ready.
I can move
Yeah.
my picture fast.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
That's okay.
No shit.
So one thing, Tucker, too, with mid, and I can actually say this. I should say this afterwards when
Pass.
everybody's here.
Thank you.
Good, good, good. Now bring it back to us.
Blue throws it way downfield. Picked
Oh, it's not
Almost,
in.
almost.
Close.
0 meters.
I need to do more of that in game. I'm just not brave enough to do it. I did hit one like that. It was fun. Or I hit one where it like rolled through the top of the ceiling and then went in. It was beautiful.
Oh, it's high.
Orange clears out of their zone. Orange throws it way down.
Very close. Very
pass.
close.
Very good.
The other thing to know is your QB is who calls the play in most cases. There's a few teams that do it differently and have their captain call it, but I like the QB because they're kind of your control of the entire thing.
They have the most awareness as well to what's like
Yeah.
the rock, paper, scissors game that's going on like when you're calling plays.
What do you do? Must I just in one straight line? Where?
Are you wondering where you need to go, Tucker?
Yeah. Well, on,
Yeah,
on,
so
on which?
since they're doing a left relay, if I was mid, I'd be trying to get somewhere on the right to give an option on the other side. So
Yeah.
you could go right tunnel, you could go down right, kind of under root. I don't remember what it's called in here. Yeah, kind of go to the right side.
Sends it back the other way.
Yeah, I pulled too low there.
You're good. You're good. Maybe we were talking.
Oh.
Remember, we're trying to score on
Oh
orange.
yeah.
Reflex action, right, Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll come grab you. Gotcha.
I really feel like this disabled man. Both hands. One hand is real life, one, and the other hand is a virtual life.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Probably got one more.
Tucker, do you want me to do the ring and I'll show you where I would go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
okay. Stack up on me and I'll just show you. I usually pull off my goalie and
There it is. There's the first miss.
Did I just hear a human in my house? That was my dog. Okay, that's good. I was
Your
like, my
dog,
husband should not be home yet.
your dog
What?
talk? Does it talk?
I think she
dog
may have
talk?
grown. I think she may have grown, and for a second it sounded like
15
my
seconds.
husband was home. Yeah, take it. Do it.
Oh, so
I like
winning.
I'm gonna show you a short play, but we're not gonna practice it. We'll practice defense more because I want you a little bit more to get a little bit more of that. And with that one, I probably will switch sides. But thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
I will call you Martini Jr. because Martini on my
Yeah,
team always has my back with
Natasha?
touching the buttons. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes down to the pulse, it's nice.
Yeah.
But maybe you can do it for me. Now I'm disabled
Yeah.
with 2 hands.
Yeah.
Then you can
okay,
show it
just
directly.
So you can see it. Yeah. I can do
Yeah,
that.
see it. Maybe.
maybe what I'll have you do for the next practice is I'll have like when we do another like 5-minute practice of what we're learning, I'll have you go with Naticus and you can be defense, or you can just watch. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so one thing to know is most teams have a short play, and that means like if the other team's coming too fast, like they're attacking you really fast, you have a short play where you spread yourselves out enough in your own side of the arena that that you can move disc around and get it out to the other side. Because if like there's times where when the goalie throws it, if you have a team that's coming up and either sending out your goalie or catching it like right over here between like Bowtie and Pack, you may want to have a faster play where you can get the disc out of there. So where's Naticus? There you are. So for my team, what they do is me and the goalie, I still boost the goalie as a midfielder. Yeah, okay, Tucker's where one of our strikers goes where Tucker is, and then the other one, Naticus, could you go to tunnel? Sorry.
Oh, the same tunnel?
Yeah, same tunnel. And then my midfielder actually sets up, will somebody go to station for me? Who's closest? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. 2 of you can be there. So how this works is you've got your strikers on this side, and then your midfielder goes over here. It still looks like they don't know where, because the other team is always watching for where you're moving and watching for where people are and trying to cover. So if you have 2 people, one on station and one there, they're still gonna be split. So usually what happens is in this short play, their first pass is gonna be over to Tucker at Pack. And then Tucker gets to decide, do I pass over here, do I pass over there, or do I reset to goal? Will you reset it to goal? Yeah, you good?
Oh, reset to goal.
Yeah, reset to goal for me. So let's say they didn't come that fast. So they didn't come that fast forward. So he reset to goal so that he could move up, and then you might stay there, precise, and I might throw it to you, and then everybody's moving up. What it does is it makes so that you can do shorter passes on your side, and that's why it's called a short play. But it can be set up a variety of ways. Like I'm sure Nat's seen other ways that people set up a short play, right? Like I've seen people who...
We split the clouds.
There's teams that'll
go back and forth. 1, 2, then a reset, and then go.
This is the kind of play you're going to see the most variation of. Like split is split, relay is relay. They don't usually change very much. But like every team kind of has a different short play. Some people will go to, what's it called? Route? I don't know what it's called in the EU, I'm sorry. In the this geo right here, sometimes. Or kind of a short play, not really. Some people will go to
Nugget?
trap. No, Nugget's the little one above it. Oh. But some people will go to trap. It's not as much of a short play because short play is usually like it's fairly close.
Yeah.
So
that's like a decoy, right,
with your teams and decide. Yeah. I just wanted to show precise because I know he's actually playing at the same level as my team. So just having that.
But I'm just saying that's what when you do the trap, that's like it's kind of like a feint.
Yeah. Sometimes you do trap too if the goalie keeps or the QB whoever's throwing is accidentally keeps pitching it down. So okay, we're not going to practice that one because that one really varies. But we will practice defense. So a defensive stack is usually, I don't know what it looks like in the EU because they do PE launch, but usually a defensive stack, let's pretend like the front of nest is ring and the back of nest is like the notch that you'd PE launch out of. So we'd have the goalie would be hanging on here with, I'm going to pretend like I'm you, Tucker. So this would be the midfielder, and then the strikers would be hanging back here. So it would be AJ and Virtual. And so AJ, grab onto Virtual. And then the strikers usually, so this is when the other team has disc, and you want to go attack them. And you guys are called the front stack or the attack stack. Okay. And usually you guys decide, are we going to go all the way down to their side and try to get that goalie? Are we going to go to their double D or our double D? And it'll kind of depend on what's going on and how much that goalie, like if they're hesitating and they're not throwing that pass fast, you may go all the way down. You may regrab all the way down, knock them out, steal the disc, score. The reason why you'd stop it one of the double Ds is because then you can watch for where they're going to throw the disc, and you can immediately attack them.
But we would stop together.
Yeah, you stop together. You stay stacked. One thing to just think of... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
This is the backstack that have to wait there.
This is the front stack.
This is the front
stack.
stack.
Is either here, or all the way down, like attacking the goalie. Backstack.
Okay.
Backstack usually. So here's the thing to think about with backstack. If you're playing goalie or mid, backstack is usually going to be, they're going to launch out of tunnel. They'll either come. Some people will come to nest, but the thing to remember with nest is the other team can see you at nest. You can come here. You have a little bit more obscurity here, and you can see a lot. But when you're in a game, you can see where the disc is no matter what. So one of my goalies will usually take us here because the other team cannot see us at all. They can't read us.
But you can still see that I threw it right, you know?
Yeah. Not because we're not in a game. It's not doing that. It's not doing the see-through thing. But if you're in a game, you'll be able to see through where it's at. So usually, where's Precise? Here. So Precise, will you go to star? Right there. Yeah. Thank you. Will you back up and just throw it, and we'll pretend like you're throwing it to someone on left or right. I don't. I don't.
Oh.
So let's pretend like he's gonna throw to AJ. AJ's on your right, my left. Here it comes. So we could re-grab to that, and we want to try to stay stacked as best we can, unless we're worried that like the other option is. So if AJ's the only person they have down here, me and Precise want to try to stay stacked as much as possible. But I'm gonna let you grab front. If he has a bunch of people down here, yep, see, and then if there are a bunch of people down here, what may happen is Precise may send me, and then Precise will back up to goal. It kind of depends on how many people are in your side, if they have people in the bubble, but then Precise may back up. But so the main thing is the first stack goes straight across, either double D or all the way down to attack.
Yep.
And then back stack stays back here to try to turn over the disc, if that makes sense.
All right, so question. At first, we might want to try to go all the way down when we first start playing the game, but if we find that they're too quick for us, then we do the double D position.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're attacking fast, that's putting pressure. The other thing to think about with that is like you also want to get back. They will likely have 3 players down in our side. So you want to go there and you want to come straight back or come straight back for disc. Like one thing Martini will do a lot with either of the strikers, Martini just likes to be sneaky and steal discs. They'll go attack and like they'll be down here and we'll be defending. And on the way back, like let's say they got the disc. It's hilarious. It's fun to watch. They'll be like over here, they just recovered the disc, they're coming to get us. Martini and BG fly in, stun this guy out, and take the disc from him and start going that way. So as front stack, you're still responsible for defense when it's a defensive play. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make so AJ, just to let you know, also like, this is where we start getting into the rock paper scissors of like the defensive stack. Like when you're like the like 2 teams, like their rollouts, like you're throwing down like a rock right now, and like this, like a 2-2 is only like rock. You're only learning rock right now. There are other scissors and papers that you will learn in the future. So like,
I remember you talking about that one time. Yeah.
This rock has various options, but like this is
It's
just
the most
one. This is
basic
just
defensive
rock.
rollout.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
don't worry about like you can start doing other things to like adapt eventually to what the other play is doing. But that gets into more thing. But like this is a solid foundation.
This is the foundation play, I would say. That most people learn
Got it.
first.
Yeah.
And then like there's other variations. Like we have a thing called B split or shield wall, which is where I go with the strikers. The strikers both go to a tunnel. So nobody is staying stacked in this rollout. I go to the middle, or usually to our double diamond or theirs, and then my strikers cover tunnels. And it's a shield wall because like our whole goal is to just stop anything from moving past mid.
That's
We have. Sorry.
yeah.
go ahead.
That's a big thing in the NEPA and in the higher level like play with like the man coverage and like you just man up on that person and like you take people out of the play is your thing to give the QB less options to throw it.
Yeah.
All right. I think you told us one time there's a 1-2-1.
Yeah, this is more advanced stuff. This is probably outside the scope of things, but just focus on the 2-2 right now. But there are the other options. Yeah.
And if you want someone who can give you really good input on defense, make Torque do a training because Torque's really good at that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably where I learned that.
Yeah.
There's a
And
couple of
he'll
good
change
videos too. Yeah. Dimly has a couple of good videos. Yeah.
And then another one we do is like the strikers do their normal attack launch, but they stop at double D, and then I let go of their toes just before they stop, and I go attack the goalie. So they're still stacked. It does leave our goalie alone back here, but it kind of depends, like, are we up by a lot? Have they constantly been doing split? Like, you kind of decide which play you run. And I don't know.
heat of the moment.
My advice is usually don't go over more than like 4 plays on both. Like 4 plays on offense, 4 plays on defense, even 3 plays on. But like you'll have variations of those. So it's not like you only have the 4 plays, but you have your 4 basic plays that you can vary. Because I've seen some teams, especially bronze teams, be like, we need 9 plays. It's difficult, especially for older players, to remember that many plays when they're being called. Like, I mean, I've had people compare this to football, but football players have a lot of time to think about their plays compared to us.
Yeah.
We have maybe
Football
12 seconds.
Football is no sport.
Yeah.
There's also a little bit
American
of
football. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's also a culture thing that goes into this because there's significant differences between NA, EU, and OCE. Because I've been training this OCE team, and one of the first questions that they asked me were like, "We have 30 rollouts. Is that enough?"
Oh my god.
I was like, "What?" But they were Japanese, so
Yeah. Well,
and they
there's-
execute all 30 of them.
There's big differences between all the leagues, and like, it's interesting too because the rank difference is different. Like, if you're silver in NA, it would be very different. Like, if I moved to EU, I could be gold, maybe plat, easy. Like my team, not me alone. But like, it's different. I'd have to learn the meta because it's a different meta. Like EU does more clear and chase, whereas NA focuses more on controlling the disc, and keeping it in your hand. If you clear and chase, if you start playing with NA players and you start clear and chasing, they'll just leave their goalie back there for them to just catch it. You can't do clear and chase as much with NA players, so that's something to know. If you start clearing and chasing, you may want to stop, especially if you play with Borrow Monkey. Never clear and chase with Borrow Monkey. I warned my team of that before we even went in. I was like, hey guys, no clearing and chasing because Baru will be back there and he will return it to us. Yeah. So do we want to do that just defensive rollout real quick for 5 minutes?
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
I'll set it up on that side.
Thank you.
I probably have to roll after that 5 minutes, though. Sorry.
That's okay. If you need to roll now, roll now. I'll swap over.
I'll throw the disc. I'll give you a little options here.
Orange team ready.
Who's on your team? Remind me.
Corny, Media, Brain,
Okay.
and then we picked up 2 players from our
Blue
old
team
teams.
ready.
Nice. You guys were smart to like cash it on the academy stuff and just get trained really early. Tucker, do you want me to roll out?
I take a watch, yeah?
Everybody up in front.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're back stack. Yeah.
I mean, we're back.
Oh, you're
but we're
front
the
stack. You're front stack. We're back stack. Yeah. That's what I mean.
I didn't want to go into them.
That's okay.
My bad.
Other way.
Oh, good.
Sorry
Score
about
on blue,
that.
though. We're still scoring. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yes, we're scoring on blue.
The other way.
That is correct.
I'm still here. You got it.
We're scoring on blue, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Take that 3. Beautiful.
Make
Session
that.
1, 0 meters.
Get to your launchers. 12, 11, 10,
Virtual, you go first this time,
7,
if you don't mind. I have a hard time with
And cleared the launch.
Wait, what do we...
Blue clears it out of their zone.
What we got?
Picked off.
I'm gonna let you grab it. Take it.
10 8 meters.
Get to your launchers.
And I think we may end a few minutes early, especially because my dog is also slamming into the door like, I gotta go potty.
Yeah, that's no problem. I've been there almost every day lately.
I think we covered what I wanted to cover, though. You guys got a basic idea of everything.
Sorry.
There's a block there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Orange sends it back the other way.
Oh,
Oh, dang. Dang.
Denied.
You got it.
Picked off.
Take it, Nat.
Oh, it's
Take it,
off.
Nat.
it's off.
Nash,
I'm just gonna fly it in.
0 1 meter.
That also gives you an idea, like you can watch for your back stack and kind of stop and see, are they gonna get it? And then, or yeah,
So you can
back
stay
stack.
down there for the pass.
So you can stay down there for the pass and set up.
sorry, we screwed that up,
Go
didn't
for
we?
it. You're good.
No, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
That's what we practice.
There's also probably ping, so the pulls
Yeah.
probably aren't that like super
Oh, that was
clean.
bad.
We're at like 100 ping right now, so.
I am in delay. It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
I don't even know why I went for that.
I enjoy playing with you. Like I've been in EU lobbies where it's just me and yep, you got it. Cut. Oh, not quite.
0 3 meters.
We're in like a Midwest server though. I
We
think
probably
what's
are
happening.
because I pulled it.
We're all 100. All right.
I'm Wyoming. So
horrible.
sorry, guys. It's usually Texas, occasionally Chicago, sometimes.
Yeah, we screwed that one up
That's okay.
again. All right,
That's okay.
coming to the right.
Okay.
No,
Sorry, I missed your hand. I'm sorry.
you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna send it. I'll come back to
Throws
you.
it way
Grabbing you.
Grab. Yep.
Oh, I pulled.
On spawn.
Good job. Good job. Good catch. Good catch.
All right, so I have a suggestion
3
drill
meters.
right before I leave after this is over too, to give everybody.
All right, we'll get it right this time.
Yeah, and these are just basic plays to give you an idea of how things roll out. Like Natica said, there's a lot of ways to expand and a lot of different, especially defense plays.
Nice.
Keep on me.
Blue clears it out. Possession moves to orange team.
Yeah, we got down there a lot quicker that time.
Orange
Yeah, that was
sends it
good.
back
That was
the
good.
other way.
It's okay.
11 8 meters.
Can I do one more virtual? Can I do one more virtual
Yeah,
front stack?
go.
Yeah.
You want to do back stack with virtual?
Of course. Yeah, go ahead. Front
Attack
stack.
stack? Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
okay.
hang back.
Back there? Yeah, you guys all have the same key.
Why you go
Lost
to
it.
me?
Yeah, pulled off.
It wasn't two. It wasn't two. Yeah. Come on.
Oh my God, nice catch.
I moved in my space.
Right behind you.
Wolf.
It's gonna go to the side.
0 2
Nice.
meters.
Good catch, Thunder.
You want to try it again? You might be able to get one more in. Yeah, we're gonna be able to launch and that's it.
Virtual on two, eh?
4, 3.
Two. What? I hear 2 times 2.
This round is over.
Oh yeah.
Comes out on.
Nice.
The disc.
Yeah. I was like, it's gone.
All right,
It's
that'll teach
invisible.
that blue team. That'll teach them nothing.
Okay, Nat has a drill for you, so let's go listen to Nat real quick.
All
And just so you know, if you're ever in a game with me and Naticus, he goes by Nat, I go by Tasha, so we don't get confused.
All right.
All right, so if I'm not interrupting that, just my last thing, I can
Go for it.
So
yeah, I told them you would.
One of the things that really helped me out was was when I started just going into the lot, like into a private with one other person, not like a whole bunch of other people, and just practicing with one other person. And what we did was kind of like we set the rules up, kind of like that same thing, and we would just practice our launches and go get the disc and then score it on them, like just like a steal score. And just practice those. Go get the disc and just go get with somebody and just like set it for like 5 minutes. Set the disc on the enemy side and just do it over and over for like 5-10 minutes. And like then you'll just get that rhythm. You'll practice those PE launches a little bit, and that'll all get a little cleaner. But yeah, excellent job, everybody. That's from me. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was I'll just emphasize that the key to getting better at this game is not just playing constantly. You'll get to a certain level playing a lot, but if you really want to get better, you do have to do privates either with a team or with your friends or by yourself. Like when I wanted to get better at my shot, I came in here last summer for 20 minutes every day and took shots. Now
I have the timer. You have the timer on the phone van the movie from Venom.
Yeah.
They have a new movie. Watch that.
Oh yeah, the Venom's I saw it.
Yeah, there's 15 seconds practice.
Oh, I haven't seen Venom. Is that the movie?
Yeah, it's Venom made a new movie, like a new video.
Oh, Venom. I was thinking the comic book character that he's named after.
No.
I was so confused. I was like, wait, how does Venom relate to Echo? Oh my god.
Well, there was the space symbiote.
Yeah.
The next season, you'll find the Venom skin.
I know who Venom is.
That's joking.
No.
Yeah.
So
and then,
the other thing that I once in a while get together with a friend and we'll go into AI and just play keep away and not let them, practice passing and moving around in the arena.
Yeah.
Not letting the AI get the disc.
Yeah, AI tends to be fairly predictable when you get around them. The other thing to remember is the AI goalies for some reason are super cracked. I can't get shots on them. Unless they're not in goal.
And you don't give AI a 3-pointer from anywhere.
No.
Not at the master level.
But yeah, I just coming in here and practicing or getting with your team if you have a team. I know it's been hard for our cohort, Precise and AJ, to get everybody together, and I think it's going to continue to be.
Well, you know what we might try sometime? I know the ping might be a problem, but maybe we could, try like a 4 or 5 o'clock game with an EU team, like Tucker's team.
Yeah.
Because 4 o'clock Eastern would be 10 o'clock at night his time.
Okay.
And we
Tucker,
might be able to.
Coaching you guys.
Kadeski and Alice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I can try to talk to Kata. And see what he's got going.
I mean, we can even do like a 3 o'clock game for us.
But Kadeski is really busy now.
So I can
I can talk to the team and also my stackmate Nexus. We have a schedule on a website. We can fill in where we are the most available.
If you guys want to scrim an NA team, like we can
Precise. Good shit. I'll see you around. All right. See you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Naticus.
I can talk around with boss. Naticus.
Later.
Peace out.
Check out guys. Later, Virgil.
I can talk with AJ.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks a lot.
We're definitely
Tasha,
twins
this
in
was
real
great.
life. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope it's helpful. I know, Precise. I know you're playing at a different level now. As soon as you hit the RML, it starts to completely change how you're playing the game.
Yeah, I started under 75 games. I joined my first team as a goalie.
Skittles was like that, and now Skittles is playing. My best friend, she's playing in diamond level scrims and holding her own, and she's a year and a few months into the game. So you can improve fast. Yeah. So any questions before I go?
No, this was great.
Thanks a lot for everything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I'm glad it was helpful. Have a good day, everybody, or good night to my European friends.
All right.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Yeah,
Ciao.
I watched the live stream from
Ciao.
TL Gaming. They have the interview this night.
Yeah. The
And
playmakers
my time 2 o'clock
Oh wow.
a.m.
I am
What
sleeping at
what
2
they
o'clock
do?
my time.
What they do?
The underscore precise
Playmakers?
one left
What
orange.
they do?
So
But they have
Playma-
an interview with
Tau's
Yeah,
actually
and,
a coach for he's a coach for my team. He
Okay, cool.
interviews a lot of the masters and high level players, and like they go
Yeah.
over different plays and talk about what works, what doesn't,
Yeah.
how you can improve, those kinds of things.
I sent him the replay files for our latest match from team 3 to team 5.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to talk about that tonight.
Cool.
From
He's got-
I think from 2 p.m. my time is but it's
But
8 p.m. Eastern time.
But are you talking
can-
about what?
He's
What?
gonna they have a TV show on
yeah.
Twitch.
They have an
really?
interview with
Cool. Yeah.
yeah.
The Titao
T-Tao Gaming, yeah.
They have an
And
interview
Dominant
with yeah.
I scream
The
with
girl-
him, and it's very, very funny, very, very strong player, and I play. I had very fun with them.
They
Yeah.
now have the guest speaker is
Vacant.
Vacant, yeah.
Vacant, yeah.
Yeah.
I also invite Taylor in the scream with Titao Gaming, and he played with Titao Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
Friend of Tyler. Was
Yeah,
a
play
very,
with
very
him- play with him
strong
a couple of
match.
times, yeah.
A very, very strong match.
Yeah.
How do we say goodbye in Dutch?
Doei. Tot de volgende keer.
Doei, doei.
Yeah. Ponim,
say-
ponim.
I was saying I speak a little bit of Spanish and a tiny,
Zdrowie.
tiny bit of Swedish. But
Yes.
I can't remember how to say it.
Cerveza.
Swedish. Oh fuck.
Very
It's
little,
cerveza,
very
yeah.
little.
Oh.
Tucker, are you done for the night, or you got...
Oh, we're gonna do
How do you say hello in
do a
Sweden? It's not hey ho.
Hello.
So,
No,
Hello.
no,
yeah,
here.
five
kind
minutes.
of,
I
Hey, hey.
and this,
hey, it's true.
Hey,
It's
hey.
true.
live show.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, hey.
Do you get a link from this live? I've
Yeah, I
it's
saw
now
it
on
in
YouTube.
the channel. Yeah.
Okay, and I enters record and
Yeah, I
Then
did
we
say
gotta
it's
play
a good
pop.
rule of practice to just when you get in, make sure everybody's okay with it being streamed. Because like some people aren't comfortable being on stream.
yeah, we know all the people.
Yes.
Yeah, normally I ask, but I stopped asking. All the people are. That's why I put it in the chat.
Okay,
And
cool.
someone didn't want it. He can say it to me.
Okay.
That's why I
cool.
posted it in public.
Well, Tucker, are you streaming or just recording?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Also streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stream the
You're not live. You are on the interview last time.
Okay.
You were.
I gotta go make dinner though. So bye guys.
All right, thanks. Thanks,
I
Tucker.
haven't got any viewers, but bye.
All right, Tucker, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, see you in 5 minutes.
What you do? What you do? Party people.